Okay, it is that time of year. The leaves are falling, flower beds are going to bed, and a lot of you, including myself, really don't look forward to raking all the leaves in the fall. And actually, there's a lot of movement out there these days to leave the leaf litter in your flower beds to give the insects and butterflies and all sorts of critters a place to overwinter. And there's big movement and concerns over the bird population and how much it's declining. And leaving leaf litter is a way to keep insects, give them a place over the winter to survive, and then turn around, they're a food source for the birds, and the ecosystem keeps cycling through. There's two trains of thoughts with that, because the environmentalist in me says, yes, that's great, I'm all for it, do what we can. On the opposite end, it can make our beds look messy, and from the plant sides of things, if you have any plants that may have borderline disease and insect problems, the diseases and insects also overwinter in our leaf litter, and so therefore we end up using more insecticides and fungicides the following year. So I'm all about compromise. One, I don't rake my grass clippings. To me, that it's a tremendous organic source for our lawns. What I do is, if you can see it, I use a good push mower with a mulching blade on it, and you can see in here that over here, this has been driven over already. Back here, all that leaf litter back there is just going to be mowed right under, and it's going to chop it right up, and it's not going to smother the grass. I don't need it picture perfect over the winter. I just want it healthy, and I don't want to have to rake leaves. So a good mulching blade on a mower will chop that up. If it's extra thick and the storm's got away from you, just go over it 2 or 3 times. You don't want the mulch clippings at the end being clumpy. So what I do is I just blow out my flower beds once, and then the areas way up top that I don't really care about, I'll blow all my leaf litter on the perimeter of my property, kind of let Mother Nature have that area. My ornamental flower beds, this is my brand new pollinator garden I planted this year, so those are all young plants, and so I rather put a good solid coat of mulch over the winter and let those plants, although they are all fairly disease resistant naturally, I'm still going to give them a leg up for the first year or so, and I'm just going to blow those beds out, let the insects have the perimeter, and go from there. But I do want to show you how the mower works, because it is a lifesaver and it's so beneficial for your soil. Let's take a peek. So this lawn has been beat up with all the work we've been doing, but so I'm babying it up. I'm actually going to be overseeding this shortly, but with these heavy storms that have been coming through, we're getting a decent amount of leaf litter that's already been put down. But you can see right here, there's no side chute open on my mower. So the key to that is in order to use mulching blades, you can't have a side chute, and there's a blade in there that's specifically designed to chop up leaf debris, and mostly to chop up grass clippings. I do not bag my grass clippings. It's tremendous amount. We spend all this money putting fertilizer down on a lawn, but yet all the free fertilizer of the grass clippings and leaf debris we bag up and take away. Makes no sense to me. So you can see as you go through, this side has been mowed, this side hasn't. Decent amount of leaf litter, especially as you get closer towards the greenhouses. You can see it's fairly heavy. Fairly heavy leaves. It's not like it all dumped at once. When these big Norway maples drop all their leaves, I'll still do it the same way. I'm just gonna have to go over it 2 or 3 times. So when it's nice and dry and it's all spread out like this, I'm gonna run it over with the mower, and that is perfectly acceptable for the grass to stay like that over the winter. Some of these twigs and such I'll rake up later on, but we're getting one storm after another. I'll do a final cleanup later. But if you're staying on top of it and you've got leaves like this, these mowers, and really almost any mower, as long as you can close the chute on the sides, a lot of manufacturers even sell a plug that you can pop in there. You just swap your blades out for a mulching blade, and it does an amazing job and adds a lot of nutrients back to your soil. Okay, so that's it. Most of us, we all seem to be getting busier and busier in our lives, and we're always looking for ways to make our workload easier, but at the same time, we have to start changing. In my opinion, I don't want to preach to you, everybody their own, but I feel we have to get more and more responsible as far as what we're doing, how we're doing it for the environment. So if we can be chopping up leaf debris and leaving it right where it is and keeping Mother Nature happy while making less work for ourselves, to me, that's win-win. So hope that helps and cut down. We'll gladly sell you some paper bags to bag up all that leaf litter, but you don't need to. I'd rather it stay right on your property and keep Mother Nature happy. Hope that helps. Take care.